Hello, and welcome to Grade.com Talks With. Today, we're talking with Dana Williams, Director of Marketing and Brand Strategy at Girls on the Run International, a nonprofit organization dedicated to creating a world where every girl knows and activates her limitless potential and is free to boldly pursue her dreams. And if you're new to our podcast, please press subscribe button either on YouTube or your podcast app, because today we're going to learn about an organization that is inspiring girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident. Hello, Dana. Welcome to Grade.com Talks With. We're excited to have you here.
Thanks so much for having me. It's a great honor to be here.
Wonderful. How would you describe your organization to someone who is not familiar with your work?
Absolutely. So Girls on the Run is a national nonprofit organization. We started 25 years ago. We're celebrating our 25th birthday this year, which is exciting. And in our history, we have helped and served over 2 million girls from coast to coast in the US. We are a positive youth physical activity based program, which uses physical activity to enhance girls' social, emotional, and physical attributes and skills so that we can enable them to successfully navigate life's challenges. We reach girls at a really critical age. So we start with girls in third grade. And this is right when society starts to tell girls that they can't do things or that they shouldn't or that they should be a certain way. So we reach girls at that time and really empower them and inspire them to pursue whatever dreams they may have. And it's a really incredible thing to watch girls go through the program.
Indeed, that's incredible. Attributing and connecting physical activity to and then at an age where girls are building their confidence, building their personalities, understanding what they want from life, and having that medium, that platform where they can come and learn, that's something very unique. You mentioned that you work with the girls from third grade, and you mentioned this is a critical age. Could you please elaborate more? Why is this a critical age for young girls, and why do we need to help them to start building their confidence at this age?
Yeah, that's a great question. So our curriculum is research-based, and a lot of the data points to the fact that at around age 9, girls' self-confidence plummets. At that time, they also start to value peer relationships more. They start to really care what other people are saying about them. There's a lot of data that points to the fact that girls especially are very vulnerable at that age because they start to believe that boys deserve leadership positions. And it's so important to reach girls at that age before they start to believe those societal messages and those age-old gender stereotypes that women and girls are still subjected to. And it's so important for us to have that blend of physical activity. So we set girls on healthy habits and really empower them through movement games, physical activity, through running. But each lesson in the curriculum is based on really a different set of attributes. So we focus on building confidence in girls, caring, their connection to others, and this sense of community. So we end each season with a community impact project. So not only is the girl finding self-confidence in herself and building and establishing her self-worth, she also is understanding her place in the world and the impact that she can have on her community and on others. So it really is, it's awesome to see the growth cycle that the girls go through over the 10-week program.
That's quite interesting that you mentioned that it's the critical age before the society tries to tell them what to do, or society tries to brainwash them on the gender norm stereotypes, on the things that
Yes.
one girl should do or should not do. And you coming and explaining them what society is telling you is not necessarily true, and you are want to make decision for yourself. That's incredible.
Yeah. And even, with the rise of social media and the access that our young girls have, not only to each other, but to all of the negative messages that are out there on social media. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the impact of COVID-19 on our girls, the detriment of social isolation, and the increase in cyberbullying that our young people are encountering. So I'm so proud of the organization that we have been able to maintain programming throughout the pandemic. And we have still been able to reach girls and provide this safe space, an inclusive place where girls are really taught, or taught is not the right word, because we believe that everything that girls have and they need to succeed is already within them. So we unleash this power with it that's already there, but not only to value their self-worth, but to understand what makes them different is what makes them beautiful, and what makes their peers different is what makes their peers beautiful too. So inclusivity and connection and diversity, a celebration of diversity, are all really core to our program. And it's something that I truly believe is needed now more than ever.
Wow. So every girl has a layer, and every person has a layer, but it's important to uncover each layer and understand that I have this potential, I have this skill, and also understand that the other person is the same. So we can support that peer, or that neighbor of the same age, or that classmate of the same age. It's something very essential. You mentioned that your program helps girls with the building self-confidence. You mentioned about several issues that the girls face, including cyberbullying. Could you please explain in detail how does your curriculum work, and how do you exactly teach girls to be more, empower girls to be more confident?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. So again, we're the only positive youth physical activity based program that has strong evidence of our impact. So our curriculum, it's over the span of 8 to 10 weeks. Girls meet in small teams twice a week, and they are led through the curriculum by trained and caring coaches. So we have over 185 local Girls on the Run councils across the U.S. that train our amazing volunteer coaches. So these are individuals that really just empower and inspire their group of girls. So girls meet in the practice, they go through the curriculum. There are different themes to every lesson. So for instance, one may be uncovering what real beauty means. So looking inward and understanding that real beauty comes from kindness and confidence and joy in yourself. There are other lessons around standing up for yourself and others, how to be a good friend, how to choose your friends, how to manage your emotions and what that looks like. So we really take a whole health perspective and underscore the critical, important connection between physical health and emotional health. So every practice is jam-packed with these awesome themes and learning themes, but then we enable the girls to be physically active and to create that sense of camaraderie with their team. Throughout the season, the girls will train for the end of season celebratory event, which is a 5K. So on a typical year, on a non-COVID year, we host over 330 5K events across the US. And it's just an incredible thing to watch because our girls train for the whole season, and they're not competing with their teammates. They're not even competing with themselves. They are setting goals for themselves each practice, and they are building that sense of confidence in themselves. Something that we are really focused on, again, is being inclusive. So whether completing a 5K means that you run, walk, hop, skip, or roll, we are focused on creating that experience for girls of all abilities to be able to complete that celebratory 5K at the end of the season. And it's so much fun. It's awesome to watch the girls complete the finish line, to complete the 5K. And they carry these life lessons with them, not only that they can set goals and they can accomplish them, but that they are remembering, and they are really focused on these other social, emotional benefits that we set them up for healthy living that extends far beyond the scope of the program.
At school, in the classroom, usually teachers and the school system focuses on academics, and it doesn't focus on building a personality, on the mental health issues and all the social aspects, and having an organization that can help girls to understand and cope with the issues that they face in their age. You mentioned what does the real beauty look like, how to stand up for themselves. It's such important topics. They're such important attributes to personality that can determine the future of those girls. And you being there is incredible, and providing a helping hand and providing also inspiration, motivation for those girls to go up and conquer things is wonderful. You mentioned that the uniqueness of your program is it's mainly because it's based on physical activity. Can you please explain why you have chosen physical activity, and how is it beneficial for girls to build a healthier and more confident lifestyle?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we've had we dig into a lot of research around, what makes us unique, and why is Girls on the Run, the program, really more impactful and more important than organized sports. And it really is that combination, not only of physical activity, but of the social, emotional learning and the life skills that we impart through. So it's the combination of both. The reason why we focus in on running, for instance, and other movement games is because that's the most accessible. You don't need equipment. You don't need to purchase anything. We are really focused on making sure that any girl that wants to participate, regardless of her financial status, is able to do so through our program. And it is that sense of accomplishment, goal setting, and this appreciation for healthy living that is critical to the whole health. So we focus on the entire girl. We focus on physical activity, yes, but we also focus on the mind and social aspects, how to set her up for success, to deal with the hard situations. And we look at those hard situations, again, across the board, and knowing that no two girls have the same life experiences. And the difficult situations that I may encounter are going to be very different from the difficult situations that you encounter in your life. So what skills and what behaviors and what strategies can we impart on these girls, so that it's that blend of skill set, but then also that physical activity. And that really gives them the confidence that they need to set big goals and go out and chase them long after the season ends.
That's incredible. It's the best of both worlds, both physical aspect as well as the social and mental health aspect that comes together. I assume if when a girl starts your program at the age of 9 at the third grade, if she is not confident enough and she's doubting herself whether she wants to run or she can run, but going through the curriculum, she can understand that yes, I can run. Yes, I can set a goal, whether it's a running or walking, you mentioned, and I can do that 5K. And when you feel that sense of goal setting as well as accomplishing it, it boosts self esteem, it boosts self confidence so much. I am sure many girls experience that through your program. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And it is just amazing to see that individual growth, but then also that sense of teamwork and how the girls empower each other and encourage each other, and the just overall connection that they feel. So not only while they're training for the 5K, but while they're planning their community impact project. So it's something really special because we, as coaches, we give girls, they get to design whatever community project they want to do. So we teach them about what it means to give back and why that's important and what that sense of personal responsibility that they have in their community, that they can make a difference. But the girls have to work together to decide on what their project is going to be and how they're going to execute it. So in addition to this personal growth, there's an awesome connection that happens both within the team and the girls working with their teammates, but also this realization that they can make a difference and that no matter what role that they play or that they thought that they played, that they can impact the lives of others in a really positive way.
Wow, it's also your program is also giving leadership skills, leadership abilities to those girls through team building, through doing those community projects, and realizing that I am as a person, one individual, when working together with the team, can make a difference for my community, for the society, for the people surrounding me. Is something very unique, and it's something that more girls need to hear, more girls need to understand, because that if they realize that and if they go up in their adult life pursuing that, we will see more girls in leadership positions across different industries, whether it's in corporate America or whether it's in politics or whether it's just in their households, being a leader for the children, for the family, and for the communities they are a part of. That's awesome.
I agree. And I think, it's our responsibility as a society to invest in our girls. And it's not only, it's necessary. And if we want to see a change, then we have to really invest in our girls. And we have to be the ones to tell them that everything that they need to succeed is already within them. It's there. They just need us to unleash that power, to shine a light on it. Something that we talk about a lot in our program and in our practices is star power, and that every girl has star power, and it's different. My star power is different from yours. But what do we do when clouds try to cover up our star power? How do we push those clouds away and make sure that we can still shine brightly? And I love that. I think about that a lot. And I wish that I had girls in the run when I was growing up. I'm aging myself now, but I didn't have it growing up. And I often think about, and something that we ask our volunteers and ask our partners a lot is, what would you tell yourself as an 8-year-old girl? What would you tell yourself that you would do differently? So I encourage all of those listening that are not familiar with our program to think about that. What would you tell yourself as an 8-year-old girl? And it's really powerful to think that we all have the responsibility to the next generation of strong women to tell them that they can and that they're worth it, and yeah, that they can do it.
Yeah, the question that you mentioned, it's very self-reflecting. And when you reflect on yourself and realize that if I had this opportunity, if I did this to my daughter or to my sister or to my wife, that's something can be very beneficial for people to realize that, oh, now I can realize that I could have made a change, but it's not late. I still can make a change for the generation that is coming next. And you mentioned an analogy of star power and the clouds. I think that's a beautiful analogy, and I think it should be in the classrooms of the third graders, fourth graders, fifth graders, saying that you have a star power, and whenever clouds come in, they are temporary, and you have the power to take them out of your way. That's very, very beautiful. If someone would like to support Girls on the Run, how can they do that?
That's a great question. Thank you. So I would visit our website, girlsontherun.org. And again, we have over 185 local councils in the US that are really making this program possible. So donations to our organization enable us to support those local councils. We also are incredibly lucky to have over 100,000 volunteers every year through our volunteer coaches. So we would not be able to deliver the program without these incredible coaches. And I encourage our listeners to go to our website, find a local council in their area. If there's not a local council in the area, I know a lot of your listeners are international. So donations are incredibly helpful for us. We are very proud of the fact that nearly half of our participants annually receive some sort of financial assistance. Again, it is so important to us to be able to deliver the program to anyone who wants to participate. So donations are a really awesome way that we're able to not only support our councils, but also to support girls who want to participate. And we'd love to connect with new supporters by joining our newsletter. It's something that, I think for us, it's just spreading the word about our program. And one of the biggest barriers that we face is that people think that we're just a running program. And as you now know, we're so much more than that. So by joining our newsletter, you can hear inspirational stories of past participants and things that they have gone on to do in their lives, in their communities. So we would love to connect with new listeners and just share our story.
Absolutely. The link to the website of your organization will be provided in the link in description. And for you listening, if you would like to support Girls on the Run, you can do that. You can go to their websites and learn more about the wonderful work that they're doing. And if you want to be a volunteer, you can do that as well, and subscribe to the newsletter of the Girls on the Run to stay informed about the wonderful work that Dana and her team are doing. Thank you so much, Dana. It was wonderful to get to know you and the work that you guys are doing with the Girls on the Run.
Thank you so much. This was awesome. Thanks so much for having us.
Wonderful. For you listening, if you enjoyed this conversation, please press like and share button, because this will show the YouTube and podcast algorithm that this conversation is important. We need to empower girls at young age, and we need to teach them to understand that they have the potential to do whatever they want, and they can be the leaders and anything they put their minds into. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.